Hello everybody, Mark from City Creek Bottoms Farmstead with another fireside chat video. Thursday afternoon, January the 12th. We just had some severe weather come through Alabama here a couple hours ago. My ponds are full. You can tell it's just about ready to run over the dam. Ducks are really liking that. Y'all pray for some people in Alabama today, up in North Alabama. I understand it tore up some places and homes and tore up some stuff, and down in Selma, Alabama, and down around Alexander City, Alabama, as most of the locals call it, Alex City. Good bit of damage I heard in some other places. I heard here in Sylacauga damage was kind of minimum. I think there's some trees down, some people without power, which it is going down chilly tonight, 36 degrees, back down to 27 and 28 Friday night and Saturday night, so gonna be a little cool. I decided to just do the video here. I wanted to go back to hunting club. I know that's probably a sloppy mess from all the raining. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk around out here, talk with you a few minutes, and we'll go from there. So y'all just bear with me. Sorry about not getting to do a video last week, and I'm going to explain that a little bit. Y'all can see where my other gate is, that it's letting some water out. This pond really, it's a little over full, so I thought about getting me a piece of regular metal and shove down in there more towards summer to retain water. So anyway, like you see, ducks, they're having fun. Anyway, we're gonna walk out this way. Last week's video, last Friday, or excuse me, yes, last Friday, went up on the club to make a video. Went up there to do a little hunting. And by the way, y'all, I do have my recorder going just in case. So I had it going the other day too on the club, so if anything significant takes place, maybe I'll hear it. Yeah, y'all hear me getting some text in. So last week's video though, I had went up to the club, was gonna go over to my area where some of my deer feeders are and cameras, hunting those areas. I got up there and I noticed a guy was sitting pretty close to one of my feeders that I wanted to go to. Didn't want to disturb him because I'd had to go right by him, and you know, I try to be, you know, I don't try to, you know, try to be courteous to other people, just the way I was raised. And he wasn't a kid, but I just didn't want to, you know, mess his hunting up. So, well, I noticed wasn't nobody around the lake. I said, oh boy, that don't happen much, because we got two pretty good size green fields close to the lake. My clover, it's looking pretty good. It's coming back from the freeze. All this over here is red crimson clover. Of course, here goes my telephone ringing, so y'all bear with me a minute. Let me stop this a minute. Sorry about that, y'all. I had to take a phone call. That was my son calling. Wish me a happy birthday and talk to me a few minutes. So we back down here at the corner of my property. And I was talking about the video from the lake the other day. Anyway, I got to the lake because nobody was hunting over around that area. I used to hunt over around that lake a good bit, and got to be so many people hunting over there, I just kind of, went and found me another spot on the club. But this is over here on the far corner next to neighbor's house. There's a house right through the woods. You can probably see his field right out there. And a little old swamp right here behind the house that goes back that way about a quarter of a mile. You can see it drops off down in there. I've heard stuff from this corner before. But got up there, goes to show y'all what the lake looked like during the winter. With the leaves off and how much it opens and how everything looked. I had filmed for about 30 minutes. I went down below the spillway, walked down the old four-wheeler trail a little piece. Found some bags hanging up in a tree that was strange. Yeah, it's two of my old bee boxes. I got to get them up to the house and do some work on them. And you can see my oats and wheats is doing very well. But I'm down here kind of walking. My line's on down in the woods a good piece. Goes in there, I don't know, maybe 50 more yards or so. So I got a little, and behind it is 80 acres that some people out of Georgia own. And then yonder way is another 60 that somebody out of Georgia owns. I believe it was all family land. They all moved to Georgia, or they inherited it from somebody that was still here. So just kind of wanted to walk down through here, just slowly looking. But done that 30-minute video. I heard bipedal footsteps. Had the recorder running. Heard bipedal footsteps. I decided to shut the video off and turn the thermal on because it's on the same phone. I scanned that whole area, could not pick up a heat signature anywhere. So, I can't say one was there, but I know I heard bipedal footsteps, and sister come running right up to me when that happened. She heard it too. So something moved on us. I'm figuring something slipped up to that dam and was probably watching me when I was walking around the lake. And when I came back, it was hunkered down, and after I passed it, it may have decided it better get. That's all I can figure. So too, as I'm walking, I'm just kind of seeing if I see anything out of the ordinary. So of course, I turned the camera back on, videoed probably for another 10-15 minutes. Had the recorder running on the truck. I just set it on the toolbox when I walked off, just in case something come up and food with the truck while I was gone. They will do that, or something does. Will come up and fool your vehicles. A lot of nights I've been coon hunting, walk to the tree, come back, find handprints on my truck, smelt urine real strong, stuff sitting on my truck like a rock, stick, wasn't no wind blowing, rock didn't fly up there by itself. Stick could have fell out of a tree, but it didn't. So you could tell the stick didn't come from where the truck was. And look at there, got a little scrape right there, pretty fresh. He'll come back and mark it good tonight. And he tried to make one right here. A lot of times you can see where they've been up in the bushes tearing it up. Why that limb on this pine died? But so in other times I've been hunting before, leave my truck, come back, and I don't think it was a human fooling with my truck. I think it was one of them had come up and done something. So if you are a researcher and you're getting out, walking through the woods, leaving your vehicle, I would suggest look your vehicle over very well before you leave. And then when you come back, look at it. If you even need to take pictures of it before you leave, and then when you come back, check it out good before you take off. Me and Key found that out regular. I think they would come up, peep over in the back of the truck. Like I said, we found rocks sitting on the toolbox, on the dog box, sitting on the hood, sticks. I mean, sometimes I think the sun's gonna take a leak there by the truck. You could just smell the urine smell in the air. And I don't know of any animal, common animal, that would come up and do that to your truck, except for a dog. This didn't have a dog smell to it either, like a dog urine. This had a, I don't know, kind of a sulfur smell with it. I don't know if too many animals that would come up and pee at your truck while you're not there. That I know of, they might be now. I ain't gonna say they ain't, but you know. So, that was very strange. Anyway, come home, get back on the subject, come home. Me and Rebecca get ready to download it. And I hand her the phone. I'm using her phone right now, so I'm not using that other phone. But I do want to use it again to see if something happens. And right now, this phone has not acted up since I've been down here. But I don't know. We went to download it. Shows the video is there. Shows how much time's on it. But it won't download. It won't play. It won't do nothing. I hadn't had time to go back and review the recorder like I wanted to. So get a chance, I'll review the recorder just to see if, you know, I catch that bipedal walking right before. And I should have been talking about that time, because probably hear me say I'm turning off the camera and you know, everything. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you why I didn't get a video out. Wanted to just talk to you a few minutes. We've had a little activity here at the house this week. One night I left for work, sister got tore up bad, barking at the front window. Rebecca did go open the door with the light. She did hear something take off. Our front yard is fenced in, and on one side we got a cattle panel that we're using kind of as a gate. Just mine kind of done that where I can still get in there with a tractor, and if I needed to get a truck in there, I'd have plenty of room. Mainly fenced it in to have a place to put the dog, you know, during the day if it was gone, or you know, stuff like that. That's strange looking. But yeah, I'm down here right now where my deer may come out and mess them up, but it'll be alright. But oh, look over here. You can tell old Buck's been rubbing the tree over here, and man, he done tore up that hedge bush. I mean, privet, whatever you gonna call it. See, If y'all see, he done wore it out, buddy. And he got a rub right there on that little sapling. I don't know if y'all can see it right there. Yeah, you can see how much water fell. You can see it right yonder. It's pretty darn wet out here. Anyway, going back, we did find that cattle panel was moved. Takes a good bit of pressure to move it. I know the dog couldn't do it. And it was right up against the side of the house where it was moved, like something pushed it back and stepped through. And you can see right there, look like the ground's mashed down a little bit. So, and I don't have a camera back on the front of the house again. Still got it on the back of the house, so he knows that, if that's what's coming here. Well, y'all, this is just a short video. Plan to get back up on the club either tomorrow or Saturday. I'd love to refilm the lake again and get y'all that video and show you other parts of the club. I even got a video with some sign on it with a tree bow. A couple other things that's kind of out of the ordinary. Didn't really notice nothing here. I will probably need to step in the woods and walk it again. I just hate to get in there with all that water. Appreciate all our old subscribers and new subscribers. I appreciate y'all joining us, me and Rebecca, the other night for our lives. Wednesday nights, 6 p.m. We'll talk about homesteading, hunting, fishing, trapping, farming, tractors, canning, myths, Bigfoot, boogers, ghosts, anything y'all want to talk about. If y'all leave comments what you'd like for us to talk about, we will. Not experts, but I will try to talk to you about it. It rained a good bit. I got water standing in my fields pretty good. Yeah, that's my old sorghum, grain sorghum patch in my corn from last year. I'll just disc that in this year for organic matter. And I got to figure out how I'm gonna work on these morning glories that about took his field over last year. When they might have to figure out a different way of planting a little bit this year. But y'all give us a subscribe, a like, a comment, share us a little bit. We don't mind it. Share us a little bit with other people. Hit that notification bell. And just like I said, we moved our homestead video to Mondays, live on Wednesdays at 6 o'clock. And I hope I ain't getting on anybody else's time, but I mean, Lord, everywhere you look, somebody's got something going. So we tried to pick a time, maybe it wouldn't interfere with hardly nobody else. I know it's kind of hard to do that. And we're going to try to keep most of our lives, under an hour and a half at the most. That way maybe we don't impact somebody else that's coming on at 7 or something. Let's see. Oh, I want y'all to remember all the other people that we support. And Spencer with Woods Walkers, with a Z at the end of Woods Walkers. Encrypted Connections with Kyle. Discover Sasquatch with Chris. Inhumanoids with Mr. Barton Nunley. Deep South Homestead down in Mississippi. Perma Pastures up in North Carolina, and also Holler Homestead in North Carolina, and also Hellbent Holler, which is another paranormal investigation team. I like what they do. Also remember Night Callers with Lauren Smith. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here and go get my dogs fed, do have to work tonight. Hopefully next Friday I'll have you a video back from the club. The guy that seen one a couple weeks ago, I got to call him. He's supposed to done call me. I've texted him. He did send me a happy birthday the other day, and so I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he's just so busy he can't. I know he's a big hunter, but also he does takes care of a farm and does contractor work, so he maybe just got his hands full. I can't think of anything else really to say right now. Y'all be in prayer for Keith Tyler, for his brother. Y'all remember him in prayer. I was hoping to get Keith on here, but his brother is having a lot of health issues, so y'all remember Keith. And like I've talked about before, love one another, get along. Even though we might different on different things, have different ideas, different opinions, different theories, get along. Like somebody says, it don't cost to be kind. We can all get along, help each other. Man, we can learn so much from each other if we all come together. Put away our egos, put away our whatever, pride, whatever. Put away all that. Man, we can learn so much from each other. Because I'm not an expert, y'all know that. And nobody else is either, really. There's a lot of people had experiences, had a lot more than I have. But I'll tell you what I've had. I'll tell you what other people's had. It might help you understand what's going on. If you got them at your home, or if you got a place you hunt, or a farm, or whatever, place you go hiking, give you some signs to look for. Some of these other ones I don't know nothing about, so I can't really say nothing about them. I can tell you a little bit about the Bigfoot, but can't really tell you much about them actually, because none of us really know. But I can tell you some signs to look for. That's probably them. You know, me and Rebecca's a small channel. It's like I've told you before, I'd rather grow with quality people than with quantity. I'd rather have a few good subscribers than a bunch of people that's driving me crazy. I'm gonna just be point blank honest, you know. Right now, we have some good subscribers. I enjoy every one of you coming on our lives, watching our videos, giving us a comment. I appreciate it. And so if nothing else, I just hope that me and Rebecca can help other people with homesteading or whatever it be. You know, if I don't know the answer to it, I'll try to find you an answer if there's an answer to it. So, well, it's fixing to be dark on me, and like I said, I gotta get up here and feed my dog, call my boy back, call my daughter back. They both done sent me, well, I talked to my boy, but my daughter's done sent me a message, so I need to check in with her real quick. Well, this is Mark from Cedar Creek Bottoms Farmstead with another fireside chat. Hopefully next week I'll have you a video back from the club and show you some of that sign I found. Hopefully I'll have some other people coming on. One thing I am going to bring up in February, I'm going to dedicate one of my fireside chats to Mr. Tall Banco. Y'all know this coming up February, it'll be a year ago he passed away. So I'm going to dedicate one of the fireside chats to talking about him and his research and what kind of man he was. So I hope that doesn't offend anybody or anything, but I do want to speak about him a little bit. If anybody that knew him, he was a good guy. Old Southern gentleman. So anyway, Y'all have a good one. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. Love one another. Get along. We'll talk with you later. Bye.